Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for being here today and taking time out of your day. My name is Rita Fleming. I'm a regenerative health specialist and I'm part of our Superfood community. And today we have a really special call. We're going to be sharing health testimonials of those who have participated in our transformation programs and who are adding our nutrient-dense superfoods into their day-to-day lifestyle. So please stick around till the end because I have a special announcement. We're going to be giving away $700 worth of organic superfoods. And we are going to be hosting a transformation, a New Year's transformation as well. So this is for you, this is for your community. And I'm going to go ahead and open us up with our first member who is going to be sharing her story, Miss Katie Brown.
Hi, yeah, thanks for having me. My name is Katie. I am a mom of 3 kiddos. I jumped in and did a health reset when my youngest was 10 months old. So last February is when I started. And so I'm a nurse by trade, but I came in out of my own need. And so I've had migraines for 25 years, back pain. I couldn't lay flat on my back. Just fatigue. I would be up in the middle of the night for 1 to 2 hours at a time. My mind would just race. Digestion was terrible. Like if you can think of all the maybe common normal things, I had those. And I really decided to give myself 90 days because I wanted to really give it a shot because I've done other things. I've done elimination diets. I've done the Whole30. I've done things on my own where I've been on my own and I didn't have the support. And secondly, things didn't work for me. And so I gave myself 90 days. I wanted to see hormone improvement, everything. And I will tell you, so 10 months later, my migraines are down 90%. I've continued to incorporate these superfoods every day. Brain fog is gone, sleeping like a husband through the night. I say that jokingly, sleep better than a baby. The back pain is gone. The fatigue is gone, like all the things, everything kind of just came back into place. And it's just such a blessing. I kind of gets me choked up when I think about it, all the time that I lost, and all the pharmaceuticals I was dependent on just to get by. So yeah, I'm really grateful. And the other thing I was thinking about last night is if it weren't for like this superfood company and this mission and this community, I wouldn't have stuck with it because I really was given an opportunity to share this with people I care about. And it's because of the community and then the support of my husband doing it with me. So I would say community is amazing. The superfoods are like no other. But then having the accountability of my spouse, it was like the trifecta of success. And so had it not been for all those things, I think I still would have had an amazing experience, but I have my life back. And so I'm super grateful and my kids are thriving, my husband's thriving. And so, yeah, I can't say enough good things.
Thank you so much, Katie. Your story is profound and beautiful and so inspiring. And it's been awesome to watch your journey. So thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Stephanie, lovely. Would you mind hopping on?
Hey, Rita. Hi. Happy holidays, everyone. Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind at all. It's a total honor to share my story. So let's go back 2.5 years. A lot was going on for me. I was having daily migraines. I had a large mass in my breast and I was deeply concerned about my health. This after, thinking I was healthy for many years. And I'd been a part of our superfoods community, but I swung like a pendulum back and forth between cleansing and eating really cleanly and then going back to some really bad habits like the standard American diet in all full transparency. And so I learned that I had a breast cancer diagnosis, and that was just an absolute game changer for me in terms of how I moved forward with my diet. The whole landscape of how I did life completely transformed, in all honesty. And I began to eliminate all the really bad things that I love that I was having a hard time releasing in between, the pendulum swinging back and forth. And so I stopped sugar once and for all. I stopped coffee once and for all. I stopped alcohol once and for all, gluten, and I'm probably, cow dairy. Yeah. So, that was my journey. I'm not saying that everyone has to do that, but that was what I needed to do. That's what was taking me down. And it certainly was contraindicated against cancer. So I learned that I had tumors in both breasts, 2 different types of cancer. And I was completely shocked. I was completely jaw dropped. And so, like I said, I eliminated all those things, and I deeply worked on transforming my diet and going even deeper into the superfoods than I had prior. I think for many of us, when we get started, it's like, oh yeah, I do it quarterly, or I do it, when the seasons change. And for me, it was like, no, this had to become a lifestyle. This had to be a daily thing. And so the other piece that's really important, because I want to unpack a little bit the migraines. So I was someone who'd never had migraines before in my life, and I thought that it was connected to the breast cancer. But what I learned is that it was ultimately connected to heavy metal toxicity in my body. And so I went on a deep, deep heavy metal detox using our superfoods. And within 6 months, the migraines were gone. And I'm continuing to detox my body often, with the heavy metal detox and in other ways as well. And so I'm incredibly grateful for the nutritional foundation that I had going into the cancer diagnosis. And now, on the other side of it all, my naturopath can't find any cancer in my body. I'm showing up every day, living life and being of service in the world, and incredibly grateful for this body and for how it is that I can love it and nurture it on the daily. So thank you so much, Rita, for the opportunity to share my story. I'm grateful.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Your story is just beautiful, and it's taken so much courage to dive down this path that you have. And I just want to thank you for everything that you're doing. For those of you that don't know, Stephanie is part of our Million Mom movement, which is a huge part of this mission and this company. And it's our scholarship program and really sharing more education on glyphosate. So thank you for being here and sharing your journey. Love you so much. Awesome. Miss Lindsay Scott, would love for you to hop on and share your story. I know that you're traveling today.
I'm not traveling today. I'm home and happy to be here.
Oh, yay. Welcome.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you. And good to see everybody here. Thank you. Yeah, similar to Katie, I'm a mom. I have 2 young daughters, and I was also had just like years of sleepless nights and a lot of back pain and joint pain, low energy, that brain fog again. That's like, oh yeah, you're a mom. That's to be expected. And it's just so nice to know that there are answers and ways to be a mom without all of the things. I mean, I had a lot of bloating and a ton of constipation issues, which led to really painful fissures and hemorrhoids. And, I'm not that old. And I was like, why is this all continuously happening all the time to me? And so I was really just looking for some sort of routine, something that was easy as a busy mom that I could add in, something to support my already, I thought, clean plant-based diet, something that was delicious and affordable and aligned with my integrity as a resident of the planet and as a former farmer and as a parent that wants to teach my children how to take care of this earth. And I found it. And I'm so happy and grateful that I found it, and that I found a community that is like-minded and shares in my passions and lifts me up daily and is there for me whenever I need it. So yeah, it's also a lifestyle for me. It's a daily addition to my diet. I'm sleeping so much better. And even on the days that I don't get that great sleep, I still have the energy because I am fueled with amazing nutrition. The joint pain and back pain is gone. And I just have, that more clear mind and here for my kids. So here they are. So thank you all. I'm just really always inspired and impressed and just really grateful that I'm here and have found this community.
Thank you so much for being here, Lindsay. You're
Thanks,
impacting
Rita.
so many people's lives. And hi. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I was watching my sister's journey in being a mother, and that's what inspired me so much. And this program was just seeing her go from a state of total depletion and postpartum into a state of vibrancy. Like she looked like she was 16 years old again. So I was like, okay, wow, this is amazing. So to see you just have this vital energy to give to your children is beautiful. Thank you. And Miss Nicole Fletcher, if you are on, I'd love to hear from you.
Hey, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hi.
Okay, awesome. So I'm driving in the car with my family. We're going to Kentucky. So yeah, I just gotta hop on real quick and share a little bit of my story. So many of you know, some of you know, some of you don't know, I'm a certified doula and I'm an apprentice midwife. And so I work a crazy schedule. So I joined this amazing company and this amazing community, really to just kind of change my life. I had a goal of being able to, I don't know if any of you have had births at home or anything like that, but when a woman tends to birth at home, she finds the smallest corner of her home to birth in. So she can have a huge, elaborate home. And then when she's ready to like birth her baby, she's in the bathroom in a corner, like up behind the toilet. And so my goal was to just be healthy and well enough and to physically fit into some of those nooks and crannies so I could catch babies in those corners. And so this journey has really allowed me to manage my own health and then share that with my clients so that they can experience a healthier pregnancy, birth, and postpartum experience. So one of the things that I just wanted to share with you guys, like just a big testimony, when I have a pretty busy practice, and so like October was a very busy month for me. And when you labor with a woman as a doula, it's sometimes like it's short, sometimes it's really fast. Babies come and it's like 3 hours, yeah, boom, clock it out. And then other times it's like 30 hours. And then you have to go to the next person because the next person is due. And so for me, being a part of this community and having these superfoods in my body has allowed me the capacity to show up for myself and for my clients, really to be physically present for them, to move and hit the next one. I don't know, it's just been super duper transformational and really exciting for me to be able to expand my capacity, because the truth is, without this on board, without kind of prioritizing my health and my wellness and my well-being, I wouldn't be able to show up for my clients. And so this has been a huge blessing for me and for my clients. So that's what I got to share. Thanks, guys.
You're inspiring. Thank you, Nicole, for being here. It's so true. I mean, we got to show up for ourselves to be able to show up for others. So thanks for all the service you're doing, helping so many. I love it. Yay. All right, Miss Ditra Clark. Would love to hear your story of how this has impacted you. Thanks, Nicole.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for sharing, Nicole. I was fortunate enough to have her as a doula, and she's amazing. So I'm really, really thankful we're doing this together. And I just want to share that I've been with Purium and on the products for 9 months now. And I actually came in not thinking that I had anything I needed to work on. I felt like I knew a lot about gut health. I was eating all the things, working out all the time, and really would consider myself pretty healthy. And after my first couple of weeks, what I realized is that my body was responding in a way that I hadn't seen it respond before. I wasn't napping at the end of the day after waking up at 5 a.m. to do my workouts. I was not searching in the pantry for snacks throughout the day. Like I would eat and then I would go back thinking I'm still hungry. But the biggest change that I noticed was around my menstrual cycle, that I was having 7 to 9 day cycles and just thinking that was normal because I have 4 kids and I'd nursed all my kids. And I just thought that that's what happens to moms. The more kids you have, the longer your cycle is. And that's actually not true. And what I realized is that I actually had my liver was in trouble because of the other supplements that I had been taking for 5 years. I was a part of another health and wellness company for 5 years. And those products were isolated. And I had no idea because I thought that because it had natural and holistic on the label that I was doing well. I did not realize that there was a difference in natural and organic. And so those were really taxing my liver, and my liver health is what was creating such stress on my body and my hormones. And so in that first month, my cycle went from 7 to 9 days to around 5 to 6, and it's just continued to decrease. And I also noticed a huge difference in the sclera of my eyes, which is the white part of your eyes. I just always thought that because I was a brown girl, that brown girls just have yellow whites of their eyes. And I actually learned too that that is a sign of liver health. And so it's really been transformative for me and my family because some of the narratives that we've been taught really are very, very false. And so to have this knowledge and to realize what superfoods do in your body has been huge. It's been huge. And just being open and humble enough to learn and to pay attention and to see that what was common for me really actually was quite problematic and kind of was under the guise of I'm healthy, but the absence of disease does not necessarily mean health. And so I really learned this like leveling up in my health even more than what it was. So thanks for letting me share. And I've enjoyed your story so far. So inspiring.
Thank you so much, Ditra. Really good to see you. And I absolutely love that. You know, so many of us, what we think is common because it's, you know, we see it every day, we experience it every day, is not necessarily normal. So we're here to find that peak health. And I love what else you said, just about quality and purity. And so what we're working with is all whole foods, 0 isolates, regeneratively grown. You know, all health starts, in my eyes, with soil health. That is the foundation. And so we're working from the ground up here. So thank you for sharing those points. I love it. And Miss Skye, would love if you can introduce yourself, share what you're up to and how this has impacted you.
Yay. Hi, everybody. It's been a little while since I've been on a call with you all, so it's so good to be here and I missed you guys. So yeah, excited to always share my transformation story. It's a huge transformation story. I, like a lot of the people who have already shared, had thought I was healthy, had the, you know, great diet, always exercising. I'm a personal trainer and fitness instructor. So health is just like my motto. I'm always, you know, taking care of myself. And I was still struggling with gut issues. No matter how healthy I ate, I couldn't figure it out. As like, what is wrong? It was like, something's wrong with me. You know, something is legit wrong with me. I'm eating healthy and I just feel horrible. Like, you know, all of the gut issues that we deal with, the gas and the bloating and the, you know, cramps and the discomfort. And I thought it was normal for like just the longest time. I just thought like, this is just my life. I'm going to have to be this way forever. And I was so skeptical for the longest time on trying these products because, like I said, I thought I had it all figured out. I thought I was healthy, and it really just was like the straw that broke the camel's back, where I was like, I'm so done struggling and I just want to find a solution. I'm going to try this and see what happens. Like, what do I have to lose? So I tried the products, and immediately within the first week was like, wait a second. This is amazing. Like, this is how I'm supposed to feel. This is how I'm supposed to feel. And truly just the amount of energy that I had coming back and being able to, it was like mostly just like when I was starting to eat like my salads and things, I was really feeling like I was absorbing the nutrients. So versus like when I was eating healthy, I wasn't absorbing the nutrients. And that's basically what was happening. So my body was like, oh, okay, we can actually absorb these nutrients, use them, turn them into energy, and you're going to start feeling better. So that's what was happening. And I found the root of the problem, which was my gut health, and other things started clearing up. I had actually candida. Like, I had these white spots all over my skin and my chest and my arms and my back. And I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but it's just like these white spots that appear all over your skin. And it was like this candida overgrowth that disappeared. My skin cleared up. I mean, just so many amazing things. And, these products are truly magical. And just another thing is like, it is a lifestyle. Like, I thought I could just, take the products, do like a cleanse, and then I'm good. And you really have to like maintain, like, this is something that you turn into a lifestyle, just like healthy eating and exercise. Like, this is all a part of the lifestyle, and I love it. And I'm so grateful. And I couldn't imagine my life without it. So, and it's true, like when I go for a couple of weeks without the products, or like I'm really busy, or I have family visiting and they're cooking for me all the time, and I just like don't quite get my superfoods in like I normally do, I feel it immediately. And yeah, I'm really excited for this Renew You cleanse coming up in the new year. Like, it's going to be so good. And it's always a pleasure doing it with all of you guys and this amazing community. And just grateful to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Skye. I hadn't heard your full story before. That's amazing and incredible, and absolutely love doing this with you. So thanks for sharing all that you do. So good to see you. Bye. Heather, if you are around, would love to hear your story. Heather's somebody that I've gotten to work with pretty closely over the last year or so, and her story also really inspires me.
Sorry, I'm on mute. Can you see me now?
Hello, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm a little nervous, but I hope this gives somebody hope. I was a dietitian and a diabetic educator and a health coach, and I actually got sick at 30. And we discovered a few years ago that I had chronic undiagnosed Lyme disease, treated, got a little bit better, and then got worse, and found out I had mold toxicity. And prior to discovering the regenerative nutrition, I was down to about 10 foods that I could eat. My walking and standing was super duper limited. I actually had a walker and a cane seat, had ligament laxity. So I was at the chiropractor 3 times a week for the last 8 years, and had a lot of knowledge, but was super frustrated that I was not able to move the needle in my own health. And then comes in this nutrition. And I'm so thankful to Mary Cornwell and Michelle Ricci for reaching out. I am a year out and I'm still healing, but it's just been amazing. Very quickly, I was able to start adding foods into my diet on the 3rd day, and my diet just continued to expand every week. I do not have the digestive issues that I had when I got started. My pain is gone. I had a lot of nerve pain from Bartonella and co-infections. That's gone. My walking and standing is amazing. I can go hiking now, which is all pretty recent, and I can play pickleball, and I'm doing water aerobics, and literally, like, I haven't been able to do these things for probably 2 decades. So it's really it's really surreal that I'm not walking around with my little portable seat everywhere I go, and I'm able to show up in life in just a whole new way. No brain fog, no fatigue. And I'm trying to make a very long story very short so other people can share, but the nutrition has just dramatically changed my life. And I'm so, so thankful. Thank you, Michelle and Mary. I could cry. Thanks for letting me share.
Thank you so much, Heather. You've been so courageous, and it's been beautiful to watch. So thank you for sharing your story. That's really inspiring.
Thanks, Rita.
Okay, Miss Tina, if you're available, would love to hear from you.
I'm available. Can you hear me?
Hi, welcome.
Welcome. So yeah, my journey this go around with health and wellness started in August. I was dealing with a lot of anxiety and depression, and I think the month of August, I probably could have purchased stock at somebody's wine company because I was drinking a bottle of wine every day, just trying to figure out what the hell was going on with me. And I know it was depression and anxiety. So some kind of way on Facebook, I bumped into Nicole Brantley, and she was doing a fruit detox. And I jumped on board with that, and I started feeling okay. And then she jumped on board with Purium, and I was like, okay, count me in too. Let me sign up too. And I just signed up and started with the ULT. And I swear to God, it was that first week, my brain fog was just gone. I was like, what in the world? And you know, it's amazing. I knew that I needed to clean my gut, but I did not know that serotonin was made, you know, produced in your gut. That was like a major eye-opening for me. And when I started taking these superfoods, it was like the world just opened up. And I'm reading now, I'm enjoying life, I'm sitting out on my balcony, you know, just like, wow, I've been missing so much of life because of some of the things that I have been dealing with. And it's just really good to, you know, to be on track now. I don't miss a day taking any of my product. The other thing that's really amazing with me taking this product is I don't eat as much. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm never really full. Sometimes I go in the kitchen like, I think it's a habit just to go into the kitchen to snack, but I'm like, I'm not hungry, so let me stop. So, you know, with these superfoods, they're just awesome. And I'm just so thankful. No more depression, no more anxiety. I've lost 25 pounds. It's truly been a blessing to be on this journey here, and I'm grateful. And that's my story.
Wow, Tina, that's really amazing. Thanks for saying yes to yourself. That's incredibly inspiring. And thanks, Nicole, for sharing this.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, Tina. Beautiful. Wow. Lindsay Shower, are you available?
I'm here.
Hi.
Thanks so much for having me. It's been awesome to listen to all these stories. I think a lot of we've been connecting at some level, but it's really powerful to hear everybody's transformation. So thanks for being so open to sharing. I think mine is such a, it's kind of funny. I think my way to live life is like just approach it with curiosity, and that way everything's an adventure. And I started taking products in I get mixed up after the last couple of years, but it's been 2.5 years. And when I first started, I was actually on the road. I was traveling, and I actually had my stuff shipped to a place where I knew I was going to be. And so I was on the road for 6 weeks, and we were, staying at friends' houses or at hotels, and my sleep patterns were so all over the place anyways. And I was kind of like adapted this crepuscular lifestyle of being up at night. And so I didn't so much notice a change until I came back home. And I live in the mountains. I'm a big, athlete, endurance athlete, most recently mountain biking. So I was kind of new to it at that point. And I was riding with a friend who'd been riding for so long. And I was kicking his butt on every hill. I was smoking him. I even passed this guy wearing spandex, like he was like a professional rider. And I didn't really notice it, until my friend was like, came up like huffing, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And it just clicked. I was like, oh my God, that's superfoods. It's like turning me into Superwoman. So I started becoming a little more tuned into it. And I actually, I was talking with my brother, and I had sent him, I was like, you got to try this stuff, get on this program. And about a month into his program, we had this really deep conversation in like levels that we had never have gone before as siblings. And it was just so pure and clear. And I even said to him, I've never been able to just be this clear in my communication before. And I realized, before I began all this, I was probably would think I was the healthiest person I knew. I was doing all the right things, eating organic and growing my own food. And I was avoiding all the inflammatory stuff. But there was just a missing element that I didn't even know that I needed. And so kind of connecting those pieces back together, and just, I didn't realize how much pain I had been in and how much suffering I had been carrying around until I alleviated it. And I had like tendonitis in my elbow and my ankles that I just thought was because I was, been doing activities in the mountains for 20 years, and all kinds of just small little symptoms that started to just fall away. So I don't go a day without it. I have my shake right here. I just got back from a run. Like I can't go without this stuff anymore. And it's been really incredible just to support other people to be doing the same thing. And I'm going to participate in our New Year, New You challenge group transformation starting in January. So yeah, I guess my only regret is that I didn't say yes sooner. So thanks for keeping me in mind, Rita.
Heck yes, Lindsay. Thank you so much. And Lindsay is incredibly humble, so she won't say it, but she is a boss athlete, climber, hiker, biker, runner, skier. She's amazing. So thank you so much, Lindsay, for sharing your story. Love you. Awesome. Is Allie Serratos available?
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
I'm Allie. I'm a little bit nervous, but I just wanted to share one of my stories. So I suffered from depression and anxiety, and I've had anxiety my whole life, but the depression started and became all-consuming after I had a miscarriage. I was so stuck in my pain and in my grief that I had excessive weight gain. I hated my body. My self-hatred exploded. I was having just super toxic thoughts. I wasn't sleeping. I was having insomnia. With the weight gain came pain and just pain in my joints and inflammation just all over my body. But the main places that I saw it were my hands and my feet and my face. And the acne just, it didn't help anything. And I was aging. I was aging so fast. Like I was getting wrinkles on my face. And I knew that that this wasn't right, that like I shouldn't be feeling like this, but I just kept suffering and kept going with it. And I was also dealing with some endocrine issues. One of the main ones being I lost my monthly cycle. So my acupuncturist recommended a 30-day reset, and on day 4, I got my cycle. And right then I knew that like it was magic. So, and like with the continued months that I kept on going with it, like I felt better and I felt happier and I felt healthier. And 4 months later, my son was conceived. And sorry. For so long, I thought I was broken. And I'm not. So I have my beautiful baby, and the depression lifted. I'm sleeping. My acne went away, and this is just, it's magic. I continue with it every single day, and I feel better. I feel like myself. I feel happy, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So thank you for having me, and thanks for listening.
Oh my gosh, Allie, thank you so much. You just brought me to tears, and I really appreciate you sharing your story. I know how vulnerable that can be, and congratulations. That's really amazing. I'm so happy for you. Thank you. Wow. Miss Tiara, are you around?
Hey everybody, how are y'all? Hope you're well. So my health journey started. So Nicole Fletcher, who shared earlier, she was my apprentice. She was my doula with the previous pregnancy and one of my apprentice midwives with this little guy that's sitting here. And I came into one of my prenatals, and I told her I felt like hot trash. And those were my exact words. And she was like, no, we can't keep doing this. And so she made me a power shake, handed me some super aminos and some biomedics. She was like, this is going to give you energy. You're not going to feel like you do when you take certain things and you're like, I'm up all night and I'm cleaning the whole house and all the things. She's like, you're just going to, feel some natural energy. And I was like, okay, whatever. I trusted her. Yes, I trusted her significantly. So I just went ahead and did it. I didn't really ask her what it was. And I'm a mom of 4, I'm a wife, well, now 4, I was a mom of 3 at the time, a wife, and I was working full-time as a nurse as well. So I had just driven 45 minutes after work to this prenatal and then was driving 45 minutes back home. I was able to go home and cook dinner, clean up my house, deal with my kids, deal with my husband, and I went to sleep on time. And I was like, okay, this may really actually work. And so I finally went ahead and placed my order. It came in right before my delivery, which was phenomenal because I was able to take my superfoods during literally the longest natural labor I've had. My 2 previous were precipitous labors. They were under 4 hours. This little guy took a little longer to get here, and it literally powered me through everything that was happening. And it was amazing. And so I continued on. Another thing that I struggled with prior to starting my superfood protocol was severe chronic constipation. Had been dealing with that since I was probably 15. And once I started, I noticed I was going not only every day, but some days twice a day. Normally, if that was happening, I'm like, oh, I've caught a bug or something, because I would go, it was very normal for me to go probably 3 to 5 days, sometimes a week without anything at all. And so that for me was like super life-changing. The bloating was gone, the abdominal cramping, all of those things. And I am a little more than 3 months postpartum, and I've been able to shed major weight. With my previous son, who I got pregnant with this little one, not even a full year prior, and I had not lost all of my baby weight at all. I had finally hit a certain goal that I'd been wanting to hit. Found out I was pregnant. I was like, oh my gosh, I have been able to drop crazy weight so much with this pregnancy that it's really kind of mind blowing. and someone said it earlier, I noticed wrinkles I was developing during pregnancy are gone. Just the way that my entire body is just regenerating and looking super youthful, and I feel great. I'm able to manage my house. I'm now a stay-at-home mom, and I'm able to function and deal with my kids and deal with my husband. And I don't want to hang up anybody outside like Christmas lights. I used to tell them that could hang you up outside. But I have so much energy, and it's just the joy in my kids to have a fully functioning mom is amazing. That alone is worth it for me. So that's my story. And thanks for letting me share, Rita.
Woohoo. Oh my God. So inspiring. Thank you for being here. And your son is beautiful. Oh, and congratulations on all that. That's amazing. Thank you everyone for all of your shares. These are just so beautiful. Camille, are you around?
Hi.
Hi, love.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Hi. We're on the road, so please let me know if I cut out and I can go off video. Thanks so much for sharing all these stories today, everyone. I'm just really so moved, and I'm so thankful to be part of this community as well. And yeah, I had a real transformation, and I just want to thank Mary Beth for sticking with me and being persistent and always just following through. So my journey started about 5.5 years ago. I was pregnant with my 4th child. And in the middle of that pregnancy, we found out that he had some rare abnormalities. And I was planning on having like a home birth and water birth, and something that I had always dreamed of. And when we found out that diagnosis, I immediately was transferred into high risk care. And at the time, I had been waitressing in a really busy restaurant. I live in Chicago, and I was working for a celebrity chef. So, I mean, I would wait on like 100 people a shift, and I was pregnant. And I just remember getting that news. And then shortly thereafter, during one of my shifts, I was like clearing a plate or passing a plate to a guest or something, and I felt my back go out. And I've never really been one to really go to doctors. And my immediate thought was like, oh, I need to get a chiropractic adjustment. And so I brought it to my doctor, and he said, no, don't do that. The pain will go away after you have the baby. It's probably just like nerve pain. You know, it's pretty common. And so, you know, being in high risk care, I trusted him, and just kind of dealt with the pain. I did get some massage, which was super helpful during that time. And I was working a lot, so I could afford it. I was doing that, you know, about once a week. But as my pregnancy progressed, I had to take time off. And then when our baby came, I obviously wasn't working, and we ended up losing the baby. I was in, you know, just a downward spiral of depression for sure. And the pain just never went away. And so I started self-medicating with ibuprofen, and I was taking about 2,000 milligrams of ibuprofen every day just to kind of get through the day. It wasn't taking away the pain, but it was just taking the edge off. And I had shooting pain through my ribs, tons of tightness in my pelvis and my buttocks. I had shooting pain down through my legs. And it was really bad. And also, you know, I was going through this emotional stuff too. So I just didn't really want to do too much about it. So eventually I did go back to work, was able to start back up with the massage again. And then pretty quickly I got pregnant with who's now my son, my rainbow baby. And you know, continued on waitressing and was a massage. But then I had to end my job again. He was close to being born because I wasn't planning on staying in that industry while having a newborn. So I went back to the ibuprofen and was self-medicating again with copious amounts of ibuprofen. I tried acupuncture, I tried chiropractics, I tried physical therapy. And I'm a woman of faith, and I had just been on my knees praying that this pain would go away because it was so hard to get through the day. And not only that, I was also suffering with adrenal fatigue and postpartum depletion. I didn't really know that that's what it was at the time, but I was just dragging through the day, you know, chasing caffeine just to try to get through the day. And at the time, my husband was in grad school, and I remember we got our student loans, and I was like, babe, I don't know if if this is going to help, but I really was just so gravitating. I was really gravitating to this lifestyle and the superfoods and the nutrition and learning more about glyphosate. I just really felt like it was something that I needed to do. And so he was like, just do it, like, get it. You've been talking about it for a long time, you need it. And literally within 2 days of being on the nutrition, and I was just on the Core 4 nutrition at the time, I noticed at the end of the day that my pain was gone. Like I didn't even think about it the whole day. And at the end of the day, I was like, what? I didn't have to take ibuprofen. And I mean, I had stacks of bottles in my medicine cabinet because I would go through it so fast. And I remember reaching out to Mary and I was like, this is crazy. I have no pain in my body. And she said, yeah, this apothecary, it's filtering your kidneys, so you have no pressure on the nerves of your spine. The Biomedic, it's been proven to lower C-reactive protein, which is the marker for inflammation, as we know, by 75%. So, I mean, my inflammation it went down so fast. Not only did I start to feel so much better because that pain was gone, I noticed that I wasn't having to go after that afternoon cup of coffee to get through the day. My energy levels really started to balance out. I went down about 3 dress sizes in just a couple of weeks because, I had suffered with gut issues my whole life as well. And I just thought, well, this is normal. But because, this glyphosate coming out of my body, my bloating went down. My digestion was so much better. And I just really started to notice a change in my entire physical health. I passively lost about 25 pounds over, it was, not a quick period of time, but I was a nursing mom. That was something that was not common for me to be able to lose weight while breastfeeding. So yeah, it's completely transformed my life. I wouldn't be here, enjoying this day if I wouldn't have said yes to using this nutrition. So I'm just really, really thankful. And I'm just really excited to share it with as many people that I can. So thank you for having me, and just love everyone here.
Beautiful, Camille. Thank you so much for sharing your story. And I can attest from personal experience, chronic pain is exhausting physically, mentally, emotionally. And I'm just so proud of you and happy where you're at. Thank you. Bobby Regina, are you here?
And so them 3
Yes. Can you hear me?
Welcome.
Hey.
I love everybody traveling today.
We're out in these streets getting last minute things. We don't need to get anything else, but we're doing it anyway. But I thank you for having me on and let me share my story. I'm pretty excited about it. So I got started. I have been undiagnosed with anemia probably before my first birth, which was almost 17 years ago. So I've been battling with anemia. So that brings tiredness, bloating, all kinds of things, right? And so very anemic, very low levels. My ferritin level was at a 3. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but that's my iron storage was like nothing. So I got started in, I want to say the end of July, and I got brought on with Nicole Fletcher. I just saw the goodness that it was doing for her, and I was like, I need that. Help me on my health. Anything specific that I was trying to do except for the anemia. I knew I needed to get that fixed because it's just okay, I thought my phone did something crazy. So I needed something. And so I started it. The first thing I
Regina, maybe try turning your video off. We're just losing you a little bit. Try that. Might have lost you, Regina. But we can also hop back to you. Sometimes just with reception, it's hard. So let's jump into Michelle and we will get back with Regina. Michelle Ricci. Hi.
Hi, everyone. So excited. This is month 24 for me of regenerating my health, and boy, a lot has changed. So I was actually doing pretty well, and I ended up being poisoned at biological warfare levels. So I sustained a severe toxic trauma, which resulted in impairment and inflammation in all 11 systems of my body. So I lived in a water damaged building, and I suffered a mixed mycotoxicosis from mycotoxin poisoning, which is a byproduct of mold and a water damaged building. So to say I was sick is an understatement, and no doctor really knew or understood what was wrong with me. It ended up being a big, actually, I was a case study, and it was a national court case, and I had to go through a very severe medical detox and treatment. And at the end of the day, when it was all over, I had only improved maybe 50%. So I was completely debilitated. I had my driver's license taken away. I suffered a severe brain injury. I couldn't think of words. I was exhausted all the time. I basically lived in a dark room and wore an N99 mask pre-COVID. I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't have people over. I couldn't even think of words like seven or spoon. So it's pretty severe. And then to come back and then have my doctors tell me, well, this is kind of as far as you're going to get, and just learn to be comfortable here and see if you can find something that you can do. Prior to this, I had just opened a wellness practice as a holistic wellness practitioner. So this kind of a diagnosis just really took my breath away, took the wind out of my sails. And, thankfully, I had some amazing practitioners that were doing adjunct therapies with me to support me that showed me regenerative health, and really started focusing on my lymphatic system and cleaning that up, and these regeneratively farmed foods. And, it was Rita Fleming and Mary Beth Fleming and Brenda Fleming. And because we all live in the same town, I just had a lot of support there. But I actually took these nutrients on a healing vacation, and got my feet in the sand and sun on my skin and fruits and veggies, and really just started hammering these nutrients. So we can get through this next part. Past 2 years, I have fully opened a telehealth practice, and I am supporting people with chronic inflammatory response syndromes from any kind of toxic trauma. I drive, I'm cognizant. I've really been cleaning my lymphatic system so much that not only have I've gotten so well that I've been able to actually contract a virus and heal from it. So I recently had COVID because of the severe toxic trauma. I can't be vaccinated. So I was in and out of that in 19 days. And I think my hair grew an inch just because I tripled my general nutrition protocol. And I'm so thankful. What's possible for me right now is so much bigger than anything I could have ever imagined. And so many of us are told this is common and you're just getting old and we don't really know what's wrong with you, and take this medication. And I'm living proof that that's really regenerative health is real, and our bodies want to thrive and they want to heal. And so I'm just so thankful for you, Ree, of course, and for this entire community. And these stories, they're not just, we aren't the exceptions. We're not anomalies. This is the rule here. So this thanks for everybody for sharing.
Thank you, Michelle. I know what an incredible journey you've been on and how much you've, really worked to get your health back. So thank you for sharing your story, and thank you, everyone. I know it's not always easy to share your own health story and journey and like all we've been through and our transformations. And so I just have huge respect for everyone here and huge gratitude. I have like so many more speakers lined up, but we are at the end of the hour and I want to honor everyone's time. So I just wanted to share briefly, this is our community. This is our superfood community where I'm just so beyond grateful to be part of it because it has transformed my life at every capacity, from the community to the health to the purpose, to this work in the world. Tall, more please. I love your story too. Oh my gosh. So I just want to, we'll do a round two, but I just want to open this up to anyone that is listening. We would love to support you. Our community is here for you. We have amazing support. And, if someone invited you, again, it's because they really deeply care about you. So please get back in touch with them if you want to learn more. And we are hosting a large New Year's transformation to help people with their health goals, help have more energy, all of it. And that's going to be our kind of January kickoff. And we are doing a $700 superfood giveaway. So that is for you. That is for your family, your friends, your community. Please invite anyone to this. And again, just connect with the person that invited you to this and they'll give you all the details and all the information. But we're here for you. We'd love to share this mission and this message far and wide, because as Michelle was saying, we're meant to thrive, and we want to help as many people as we can. So your support would mean the world to us. And if you're really called to this community or this vision or the work that we're doing, we'd love to collaborate and connect in with you. So yes, please get connected back to who invited you. And thank you so much for being here. And we'll do another round. Thank you, everyone.